Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Nick, this is my mom Jen.
Hi guys.
And today we will be watching SHAWSHANK Redemption.
You've seen it.
Many times.
I have not, but I know there's tears involved just from
Yes.
seeing other reactors' thumbnails on YouTube.
Yeah, so this is directed by Frank Darabont, who also directed The Green Mile.
Oh.
And so you might see a few kind of familiar faces.
Okay, yeah.
And it is, just like Green Mile, it is also based on a Stephen King story.
Oh, wow.
In this case, it is a novella called Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption.
Ah.
And when they first made the movie, they used the full name, but they had to stop when they were
Rita Hayworth didn't care for that.
Well, when they were casting, they got calls from agents saying that they had read the script, loved it, and that actresses they represented would be perfect for the role of Rita Hayworth. Which told the producers that these agents never read the script because Rita Hayworth is not a character in the film.
No, I bet it's somebody's.
So then they shortened it to Shawshank Redemption.
Ah, there you go.
So it's kind of a fun story.
Yeah,
there.
right. Yeah,
but, trying to like bluff their way through. It's like they love the script, but then they hadn't actually read it.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
and whatnot. But this came out in I think pretty sure it was like 95. I think it was like the same year as Forrest Gump.
Okay.
And then it's a very well acclaimed movie, one of the greats. And Forrest Gump won the Oscar that year for Best Picture. A lot of people are salty that this one didn't win.
You know what? It's the trouble, when they
we've talked about that before.
Blockbusters, but all in the same year, right? What did they? Yeah.
I mean, some years you have like say almost nothing but duds. Some years you have like back to back, like I think
huge ones.
Maybe like year before, year after was like say like Schindler's List or like that era,
yeah,
but like there's like very close together all these great movies and whatnot.
Yeah.
But no, like I said, it's funny. Same director as Green Mile, also based on a Stephen King story and whatnot. But,
that's how I know there would be tears.
Yes, there will be. But no, it's like a great movie. Very, one of my personal favorites. One of my sort of top 5 like greatest movies ever.
Oh, okay.
And whatnot. It's really good. There is sadness, but it's like artistic sadness. Where you can still appreciate it as you're weeping.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, with all that being said, guys, let's check it out.
Oh, we're doing what? 40s? 30s? That music? Oh, Tim Robbins.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. We're thinking of doing something bad here? Yeah. Oh. Never a good combination, eh?
Nope.
All the booze and a gun.
Mr. Dufresne, describe the confrontation you had with your wife the night that she was murdered.
Dude.
Glenn Quentin, the golf pro at the Snowden Hills Country Club. The man you had recently discovered was your wife's lover.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Along the way, I stopped and I threw my gun into the Royal River. I feel I've been very clear on this point.
Why would you do that, though?
Since I am innocent of this crime, sir, I find it decidedly inconvenient that the gun was never found.
That's a good response.
Yeah. But I mean, what are the odds that someone else came along and killed them?
That's
unless his wife found out and she did it or something. Or
Not 6 shots fired, but 8. That means that he fired the gun empty and then stopped to reload.
I hereby order you to serve 2 life sentences back to back.
Well, there's your life gone, eh?
Yeah, I mean, the evidence was mounting,
Yeah. And he even said that he was there, but then he drove home, threw the gun away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here he is. Oh, he's a prisoner.
We see by your file you've served 20 years of a life sentence.
Yes, sir.
You feel you've been rehabilitated?
I mean, I learned my lesson. I can honestly say that I'm a changed man.
I believe that was a picture of his son on that file.
Oh, really? His real son?
As like his younger self.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And how you feel? I'm up for rejection next week.
Oh. Just call it rejection.
This
must be a real prison then, hey?
Yeah, I think they filmed in like a either decommissioned or just like in a converted like prison from like Ohio or someplace.
Oh, okay. They're all coming to see who's coming in on the bus? Is that what happens? Jeez. I guess there's not much else around there going on that's exciting.
You're in prison. There's
like, does anybody I know? Oh, probably think that's
Andy came to Shawshank prison in early 1947 for murdering his wife and the fella she was banging. On the outside, he'd been vice president of a large Portland bank.
Oh, that guy I've seen him before.
Clancy Brown.
Ah, there you go. Yeah.
The voice of Mr. Krabs.
Ah. What is SpongeBob?
Yeah.
Oh.
Seen such a sorry-looking heap of
That guy.
Yeah, William Sadler.
Oh, bullshit. I'll take that action.
Yeah, me too.
You're out some smoke, son.
What are they betting? That something made to be a place that you can't leave. You can't do what you want.
Your whole life will now be here, and
yeah, and it's terror. All be lots.
Yeah,
they're all there because they did something wrong. So,
and especially back in the day when prisons were a lot rougher than they are now.
Well,
in terms of administration and just how people viewed.
True, yeah.
Rule number 1, no blasphemy. I'll not have the Lord's name taken in vain in my prison. The other rules, you'll figure out as you go along.
You eat when we say you eat. You shit when we say you shit, and you piss when we say you piss. You got that, you maggot dick motherfucker?
Can't take the Lord's name in vain, but everything else is fine.
Discipline and the Bible.
Oh, great.
Just those two things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody always breaks down crying. Happens every time.
I'd be sobbing all the way in.
Who's it gonna be? It's as good a thing to bet on as any, I guess.
That's what they're betting on. Who's gonna cry first?
I don't belong here. We have a winner. I want to go home.
And it's fat ass by a nose.
I guess you got to make up your own entertainment, eh?
Yeah.
Mistake. You don't understand. I'm not supposed to be here.
Open that cell.
Me neither.
Oh, jeez.
Son of a bitch.
Well, so we clarified that he's a sadist, yeah. Oh, God. Maybe like a tooth in it or something? I'm not looking. What is it?
Maggot.
Are you
Oh, there's James Whitmore.
Eat that?
I hadn't planned on it.
Oh, God.
Yeah. That's nice and ripe.
Oh! He's a bird.
Jake says thank you.
Jake.
How's that horse of mine doing anyway?
Dead. Hadley busted his head up pretty good. Doc had already
Killed him.
gone home for the night. Old bastard lay.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yep.
I could be a friend to you.
How would you know, eh?
Yeah, that's Mark Ralston.
Yeah, I've seen him before, too.
Really good character actor.
Yeah.
He usually does villains.
Yeah.
Why'd you do it?
I didn't, since you asked.
You gonna fit right in. Everybody in is innocent.
Yeah.
Hey, what you in here for?
Didn't do it. Lawyer fucked me.
I understand you're a man that knows how to get things.
I'm known to locate certain things from time to time.
I wonder if you might get me a rock hammer.
What? Then I'd guess you want to escape. Tunnel under the wall, maybe. If I missed something here, what's funny?
You'll understand when you see the rock hammer.
Name's Red.
Red. Why do they call you that?
Maybe it's because I'm Irish.
The character was Irish in the original story.
Okay.
I think even like Robert Redford was considered for the part.
Wow.
But then they cast Morgan Freeman, so it's like a little joke.
Yeah.
And it was right. I finally got the joke. It would take a man about 600 years to tunnel under the wall with one of these.
I wonder what's in it for the guy that's bringing this stuff in, the other guy, the outside guy.
Yeah.
Because what kind of prisoner, really?
Well, they said $10, so maybe he gets like actual money out of it.
Yeah. Oh, no. I'm worried. There he is. Damn it.
Honey,
Hush.
Oh no, there's more than two. You have to kill me.
I wish I could tell you that Andy fought the good fight, and the sisters let him be. But prison is no fairy tale world. The sisters kept at him. Sometimes he was able to fight him off.
Oh man.
I do believe those first 2 years were the worst for him.
Oh God. They break you, right?
Oh yeah.
I need a dozen volunteers for a week's work.
Wouldn't you know it? Me and some fellows I know were among the names called.
Wouldn't you know it?
35,000.
There's that guy on the right.
That's what he left.
Dollars?
Yep.
Andy, you nuts? Keep your eyes on your mouth, man.
Oh, maybe he gets to help them with money stuff because he was a banker, he said, right?
Yeah, the vice president of a bank.
Do you trust your wife?
Oh, that's funny. Step aside, Mert. This fucker's having himself an accident.
You don't push him off the roof. Because if you do trust her, there's no reason you can't keep that 35,000.
The IRS allows a one-time only gift to your spouse for up to $60,000.
Bullshit.
3 beers apiece for each of my co-workers.
Look at them, oh God. Probably a long time since they had a beer.
Hell, we could have been tarring the roof of one of our own houses. We were the lords of all creation. As for Andy, he spent that break hunkered in the shade.
He doesn't drink or something.
Want a cold one, Andy?
No, thanks. Gave up drinking.
I just take the bottle and rub it all over me.
Oh yeah, just hold it to your forehead.
Yeah, that's right.
I think he did it just to feel normal again.
Yeah.
If only for a short while.
Might as well mark yourself.
Yeah.
Here she comes. This is
Hayward?
what I really like, is when she does that shit with her hair.
Oh, yeah, I know. I've seen it 3 times this month.
Are you decent?
Me? Yes. Oh God. There you go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
There's just too many.
Yeah, that's just it. If it's a one-on-one, right?
And you're gonna swallow what I give you to swallow.
But you should know that sudden serious brain injury causes the victim to bite down hard.
Boggs didn't put anything in Andy's mouth. What they did do is beat him within an inch of his life.
Ugh.
Andy spent a month in the infirmary.
Oh God.
I mean, Andy did him a real solid with that money, so.
Yeah, that's right.
Grab his ankles.
No! Oh, well, Cricht's on the other, shoes on the other foot now, eh?
The sisters never laid a finger on Andy again. And Boggs never walked again.
Oh, not too bad.
The only good thing Hadley's ever done.
Yeah.
Man likes to play chess.
Oh, I can get him a chess.
Let's get him some rocks.
Huh. Yeah. Those two things don't go together.
That meme with like the equations and
Yeah,
like,
right. Oh.
Aw.
It's got nice writing.
Yeah.
Printing.
Pleased to see you reading this. I almost forgot. I'd hate to deprive you of this. Salvation lies within.
Yes, sir.
Is it one of those books with like the middle ripped out and it's got stuff inside? I was waiting for him to open the book and it'll fall out or. Oh.
Hey, Jake, where's Brooks?
Ooh, Jake's grown up. Wow.
Yeah.
Good job here. I've been reassigned to you.
I know, they told me.
Oh, in the little library here.
Yeah.
Brooks, how long have you been librarian?
Oh, I come here in '05, and they made me librarian in 1912.
Jeez.
I'm Deacons. I was, thinking about maybe setting up some kind of trust fund for my kids' educations.
It's like, okay, can work with that, but not with what I thought was happening.
Perhaps I could write the state senate and request funds directly from them.
But you write your letters if it makes you happy. I'll even mail them for you. How's that?
The following April, Andy did tax returns for half the guards at SHAWSHANK.
Jesus.
He's a busy man
He's
now.
got a little office there now instead of just a table and a chair. Oh no, what happened?
What's going on? You tell me. Just 1 second, he's finding out come the knife.
They want to let him out or something? He doesn't want to go, or?
It's the only way they let
Oh,
me stay.
yeah. When you've been there all your life, probably, eh?
Because by now, I think they're in the 50s. He came in '05.
Oh, God, yeah. And they want to let him out now?
The man's been in here 50 years, Haywood. 50 years.
You can't just let them out like that, then.
But I'm telling you, these walls are funny. First you hate them, you get so you depend on them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. And it's also what some of them need. They need the routine and the structure every day, even if it's not outside.
And when you get used to that routine, you depend on it.
Well, of course.
You're free. You're free.
Jake, what a name for a birdie.
Yeah.
Somebody to meet him or something, or what do you do? Oh, God. Is that the saddest thing ever?
I can't believe how fast things move on the outside.
Oh. Stop and let him cross.
The world went and got itself in a big damn hurry. The parole board got me into this halfway house. And a job, bagging groceries at the foodway. Really well. I don't think the store manager
He's
likes
an
me
ex-con,
very
you know.
much.
Limited opportunities.
Of course, yeah.
Maybe I should get me a gun and rob the foodway so they'd send me home. I could shoot the manager while I was at it. Sort of like a bonus. I'm tired of being afraid all the time. I
All the
decided
time.
not to stay. I doubt they'll kick up any fuss.
He's going to kill himself?
Not for an old crook like me.
Oh. Oh.
No matter how many times I see it, still gets me.
Oh, they got his letters.
What's all this?
You tell me, fuck stick, they're all addressed to you.
We now consider the matter closed. Please stop sending us letters. It only took 6 years.
Holy crap.
He wrote a letter
Now on, I'll
every
write
week
2 letters
for
a week
6
instead of
years.
1.
Oh, no. Oh, no. You supposed to do this? And where did it all get delivered?
This is the warden's office.
Oh, I see. He needs to move it to the library and stuff.
Andy, do you hear that?
Probably the first time that's happened.
Mm-hmm.
A cool shot, eh?
Yeah.
I tell you, those voices soared, higher and farther than anybody in a great place dares to dream. It pissed the warden off something awful.
I bet it did. Dude. Why? Sometimes you just gotta say screw it.
Mm-hmm.
Andy got 2 weeks in the hole for that little stunt.
On your feet.
Hope is a dangerous thing.
Marion.
Hope can drive a man insane.
Oh, is it his first one? Oh no, we're back.
And I can honestly say I'm a changed man.
Does the same thing every time, eh?
Mm.
The state senate finally clued into the fact they couldn't buy him off with just a $200 check. This committee voted an annual payment of $500 just to shut him up.
Count of Monte Cristo.
That's Cristo, you dumb shit.
Dumbass. Dumbass.
By the year Kennedy was shot, Andy had transformed a storage room smelling of rat.
That's so sweet.
Best prison library in New England, complete with a fine selection of Hank Williams.
There's his
He got his tunes.
Look at the rest of them tonight.
Dad.
This pool of slave labor you got, you can underbid any contractor in town.
And that's what it is, slave labor. You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Seems to me I already got my boys committed elsewhere. You be sure and thank Maisie for this fine pie.
A pretty nifty little grift he's got.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's about right.
Books go in every night.
The safe behind the Bible passage, you know?
Yeah.
With all of his ill-gotten gains.
Yeah.
Randall Stevens.
Who?
The silent partner. He's the guilty one, Your Honor. The man with the bank accounts. He's a phantom, an apparition. Second cousin to Harvey the Rabbit.
You can't just make a person up.
Well, sure you can. If you know how the system works.
Bankers and billionaires do it all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
Mr. Stevens has a birth certificate, driver's license, social security number.
Jeez.
You're shitting me.
If they ever trace any of those accounts, they're going to wind up chasing a figment of my imagination. On the outside, I was an honest man, straight as an arrow. I had to come to prison to be a crook.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't that the way?
Yeah. Oh. Seen that guy, but...
Tommy Williams
like
came to
Elvis.
SHAWSHANK in 1965 on a 2-year.
Yeah, total greaser look.
Yeah.
What are you in for?
Me? Lawyer fuck me.
Just thinking maybe trying for my high school equivalency here. You helped a couple fellows with that. Thing is, he, don't read so good.
Always got to learn to read first.
Before long, Andy started him on his course requirements. He really liked the kid. Gave him a thrill to help a youngster crawl off the
limb. Yeah.
By 1966, right about the time Tommy was getting ready to take his exams, it was lovely Raquel.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's probably not as bad as you think.
Yeah, it's worse. I didn't get a fucking thing right. Might as well have been in Chinese.
Some people can't take a test. They need to take an oral test. Or...
Yeah.
Fuck this place! Fuck it!
Caught his wife in bed with some golf pro. Greased them both.
The Coke and the green bottles.
Oh.
So good.
I miss those.
About 6 months left to go. Get a new cellmate in. Elmo Blatch.
Maybe you didn't do it.
So I pick out this guy. Go in one night. So I killed him. Him and this tasty bitch he was with.
Oh.
She's fucking this prick, see, this golf pro, but she's married some other guy. Some hotshot banker.
Oh.
And he's the one they pinned it on.
All this time.
Turned out it was an extraordinary coincidence.
Oh.
I have to say, that's the most amazing story I ever heard.
Oh, he's not going to do shit about it. He doesn't want to lose Andy, right?
He's the golden goose.
Yep.
If I were to ever get out, I would never mention what goes on in here. I'd be just as indictable as you for laundering that money. I didn't...
Solitary, a month.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Month.
What a prick.
Paxson, Edward. Yeah. What you got? Board of Education?
Oh, you know what? He probably did fine on that exam, but didn't think so or something. And he pulled it out of the garbage and mailed it in or whatever they do.
The kid passed. C+ average.
Oh, he passed.
Thought you'd like to know.
What the fuck now? He's gonna get rid of this guy or something.
If I'm going to move on this, there can't be the least little shred of doubt. Would you be willing to swear before a judge and jury, having placed your hand on the good book and taken an oath before Almighty God himself?
Just give me that chance.
No, he's not gonna give you the chance. Or he'll get him beat up in the shower or something. Oh no. What the fuck? Oh, and it was him. Just to cover up his money laundering and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. They're going to say he tried to escape.
Man that young, less than a year to go, trying to escape. Broke Captain Hadley's heart to shoot him. Pull you out of that one bunk Hilton and cast you down with the sodomites. You'll think you've been fucked by a train. In the library, sealed off brick by brick. We'll have us a little book barbecue in the yard. They'll see the flames for miles.
How Christian of you.
Yeah. I have faith that because this is Stephen King that...
Or am I being obtuse? Give him another month to think about it.
I'll tell you where I'd go. Zihuatanejo.
Where's that?
So, it's in Mexico.
Zihuatanejo.
Yeah, wouldn't be a bad life.
Yeah, yeah.
A place like that, I could use a man that knows how to get things.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't shoot my wife, and I didn't shoot her lover. Whatever mistakes I made, I paid for them and then some.
Mm-hmm.
That hotel, that boat, I don't think that's too much to ask.
Not at all.
Yeah, he's smart enough with the letter writing and this and that somehow he can get this thing with the warden figured out.
Get busy living. You get busy dying.
Yep.
There's a big hayfield up near Buxton. You know where Buxton is? The big oak tree at the north end. It's like something out of a Robert Frost poem. If you ever get out, find that spot.
Why?
At the base of that wall, you'll find a rock that has no earthly business in a Maine hayfield. A piece of black, volcanic glass.
What if he never gets out? You better tell him. You're wondering all this time what it is.
Yeah.
Get my stuff down the laundry and shine my shoes. I want them looking like mirrors.
His own personal slave.
Yeah.
That was the longest night of my life.
And they become such good friends over the years. And
God, he didn't kill himself, did he? These Stephen King movies, they just take it out of you, right?
He's good at drawing out that emotion.
Yeah.
Damn it, Dufresne, you're putting me behind. I got a schedule to keep. You better be sick or dead in there, I shit you not.
Oh, my holy God.
What? Oh.
What do you mean he just wasn't here?
He's
Don't
gone?
say that to me, Hank. Don't say that to me again. He was in his cell at lights out.
Where did he go?
Stands to reason he'd still be here in the morning. I want him found. Lord, it's a miracle! Man up and vanished like a fart in the wind.
Where'd he go? How could he get out?
This is a conspiracy.
What happened? Oh, with that little hammer? Did he? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Literally, holy shit.
So good.
Look what he did. Where did he put the stuff?
Such a good shot.
Oh my God, he got out.
In 1966, Andy Dufresne escaped from SHAWSHANK prison. All they found of him was a muddy set of prison clothes and an old rock hammer.
Oh, the rock
damn near
hammer.
worn down to the nub.
Yeah, he said that, remember? Oh, when he did that, he realized.
Turns out, Andy's favorite hobby was toting his wall out into
Just
the
like in
exercise yard. A handful
Escape.
at a time.
What's it called? Great Escape?
When we saw that, I
Yeah.
thought of this.
I knew he was a smart guy, so he could do something.
Mm-hmm.
Neither did I. I mean, seriously, how often do you really look at a man's shoes?
Oh, that could have been really shoes. What was the rope, though, to go through there with? Oh, wait for the lightning or with thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then you can get out through the pipe.
Yeah.
But it's the
sewer pipe.
Yeah, well, you know what? After 19 years, that's okay.
Yeah.
To crawl to freedom through 500 yards of shit-smelling foulness I can't even imagine.
Oh God, yeah.
I spent many years cleaning sewer lines, working near septic tanks and whatnot. Like, I know that smell intimately. To be like face first and it just
half a mile.
You just dive in the water. But it's disgusting. It goes into the water.
Wow.
So much for sewer treatment stuff, eh?
Yeah.
Still, it'd be like heaven to get into that water after.
And there's your poster shot.
Okay.
A man nobody ever laid eyes on before strolled into the Maine National Bank.
Oh, and he could take the money. He could get all the money. All the bank, because he's the guy he made up.
Proper ID, driver's license, birth certificate, social security card, and the signature was a spot-on
ingenious, eh?
All told, he blew town with better than $370,000.
In 1966.
Wow.
Like millions
Yeah.
these days.
Good morning, Portland Daily Bugle.
Oh, newspaper. Good idea. There you go. I think you're about to get fired. Here they are.
His judgment cometh. I'm so happy.
Yeah, God, yeah. That's the Bible. That you were right. Salvation lay within. He screwed you, man.
Book of Exodus.
Yeah, there you go. And he had that in his hand, remember, with them when they tossed his cell?
Almost forgot this. I'll give it back to you.
Myron Hadley, you have the right to remain
Yeah,
silent.
you committed
give up the
murder.
right to remain silent.
We liked you for like 2 minutes there with the beer. And
I wasn't there to see it, but I hear Byron Hadley started sobbing like a little girl when they took him away.
Man like him going to prison? Can you imagine?
Well, one way or the other, he's
I
gone,
like
I
to
guess.
think the last thing that went through his head,
Yeah.
other than that bullet, was to wonder how the hell
did
Andy
Andy-
Dufresne
yeah.
ever got the best of him.
He's smarter than you, idiot.
That's my favorite line.
Yeah, other than the bullet.
Where the stuff he pulled.
These friends of mine could use a couple of beers. And he got it. And he got it.
Sometimes it
Yeah, he'd be legend around there. I'll let you out.
I guess I just miss my friend.
Here we go again. Every 10 years, I guess, it seems like.
Feel you've been rehabilitated?
Am I sorry for what I did?
Well, are you?
There's not a day goes by I don't feel regret. Stupid kid who committed that terrible crime. I want to try to talk some sense to him. Tell him the way things are. This old man is all that's left. I gotta live with that. So you go on and stamp your form, Sonny, and stop wasting my time.
They let him out this time. Wow, if he'd have done that 20 years ago, maybe. Let's see, buys the bus. Where's he gonna go? Can he go meet up with them, maybe? He told him where to go. By the... Oh, I guess you have to do parole stuff, though, eh? Oh no, is it the same room? You'll see if it says Brooks was here. Oh no. Oh, it is the same room. Oh. Oh no, same job.
Restroom break, boss?
You don't need to ask me every time you need to go take a piss. Just go, understand?
His life was so regimented and every last minute of it was supervised.
A promise I made to Andy.
Oh yeah. Go to that place and look under the rock. But he could have gone there too. And he could have gone and got whatever. But he sort of said, I want you to have whatever's there. So big tree, he said, and at the end there was a black stone or something. Is that what he said? Black stone?
Volcanic glass.
Yeah, right, yeah. Black stone, volcanic glass, same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, little tin. Yeah. Be worried. So he went back there and planted it.
If you're reading this, you've gotten out. And if you've come this far, maybe you're willing to come a little further. You remember the name of the town, don't you?
Say what to nail.
Yeah.
I would not have remembered that.
No.
Remember, Red, hope is a good thing. Maybe the best of things. And no good thing ever dies.
He's got somewhere to go now. Something to do.
Get busy living or get busy dying. That's goddamn right.
Aww.
For the second time in my life, I'm guilty of committing a crime. Parole violation. I hope to see my friend and shake his hand. I hope the Pacific is as blue as it has been in my dreams. I hope.
You made it. You make it? Oh, there he is. Yay. There's the boat he was going to fix up. Oh. Wow, that was excellent. Kleenex, please. Wow. Now I get it.
See up there, the fat ass. Didn't even have a...
didn't get a name. Oh,
No.
God. Poor bastard, eh?
Yeah. So, that was Shawshank
my
Redemption.
God. So good.
Yep.
Happy tears.
Yes. Yeah, one of my top 5 list for, greatest, movies of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's Stephen King, eh?
Oh, just a master. Yeah. Very similar to Green Mile.
Yeah.
prison movie. The central character is wrongfully imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit.
Yeah.
Biggest difference is Green Mile is ultimately a tragedy because of what happens to John Coffey. Here, it's a little bit more of a triumphant ending, you know, and that's probably the biggest reason why I love it so much is because as dark and oppressive as the story is, the central theme is the endurance of spirit and hope.
Oh yes,
like the last line in the movie is "I hope."
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And just saying it is a good thing.
He finally let himself. Yeah.
And that also ties into the whole sort of motif of like light and darkness, because if you notice, there's a lot of kind of times when like the shadiest or the most evil stuff is being committed. There's people in shadows.
Yeah.
Particularly when Norton has Tommy killed.
Yeah.
Because when he's outside, Tommy's under the light, and Norton is just having a smoke and completely bathed in shadow.
Yeah.
And then and Hadley, when he shoots him, he's in darkness and he backs up into the shadows.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, because of their sort of evil acts and whatnot. And yeah, I mean, like, you know, for most of the movie, the warden is just like a, you know, hypocrite and just like a, you know, bit of an asshole. But
then he turns evil
when he kills Tommy and
it shows more.
And when he, you know, sentences Andy to 2 months in solitary confinement, you know, and everything, just threatening to, you know, have him just like raped and lose all protection and everything, and just so he could keep his golden goose. You know, that's when he truly crosses the line.
Yeah.
But it's just that one glorious shot of just back up, and there's just his face framed in that hole.
Yeah.
One of the best shots in all of cinema. Yeah, so good.
Just looking at the credits there, there's like no women.
Yeah,
right?
there was
just
like
his prison. It was all there.
There was like his wife
at the
and
beginning,
then I think like
and a juror or two, maybe,
like the secretary in the bank, and then just like a couple in the background extras here, and once we're out of the prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny because just talk about fat ass there. Jon Favreau actually auditioned for that role.
Oh, really?
And when he didn't get it, he sort of saw it as kind of a wake up call to like lose a lot of weight, because he had been playing a lot of say like bigger guy roles and whatnot.
Oh, interesting, huh?
Yeah, and then Clancy Brown, who played Byron Hadley, you know, he did a hell of a job there, and it's funny because when he auditioned for that role, he thought it was the worst audition of his life. He was convinced he didn't get it. But then they called him and said, "Oh, hey, we want to fly you down here to Ohio and whatever." And even like on the plane next to like Tim Robbins and a bunch of the other cats, he was convinced that they had the wrong Clancy Brown.
Oh no!
He thought he just did a terrible job right up until they started shooting. That's when he finally clued in that he finally got it. He had to got an audition for it. But you know, he's told that story for years and years. But
did this win any awards?
Like I say, I lost out on Best Picture, but I believe
because it was Forrest Gump that year, you said.
That year and whatnot. Shawshank. Yeah, and when it was first released in theaters, it kind of had a less than stellar run, but then as the years went by, like reruns on TV and like DVD and whatnot, it just kind of exploded, and it sort of like slowly gained traction to now it's considered, you know, one of the best movies ever.
It is. It's very, very good.
Yes. Let's see, awards. It got... Let's see, nominated Best Picture, nominated Best Actor, Morgan Freeman, nominated Best Screenplay.
Well, Tim Robbins must have got Best
nominated Cinematography, Sound, Film Editing, and Music. Didn't really win anything. Yeah, like I said, didn't really... It was like, when it first came out, not as appreciated, but then like kind of over time it gained this sort of reputation for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, just, you know, another Stephen King story, just very, you know, very dark and oppressive and whatnot, but like I say, it's just like it's one of the greatest, one of the greatest prison escapes.
Yes.
And B, it's also one of the greatest like climaxes of any film ever. Because Andy just goes through so much pain.
Well, and I didn't know, you know, obviously till the book, they showed us the book part with him swapping everything, but it's like he was smart enough to figure out something.
If he could set it all up,
exactly.
He can, you know,
he knows the loopholes and stuff, right? So he could figure out. Look at the credits: Laundry Bob and Laundry Leonard.
Yeah.
Rooster.
Yeah. But just you know, a lot of good stuff. And then you know, James Whitmore was the actor's name.
Yeah.
You know, that whole section with Brooks. Like I've seen that sequence like 50 times between like seeing the movie and seeing like every single reaction that I can find on YouTube, and it still just breaks me every time.
It does. He's a little sad little old man, and he was I mean, we don't know. The trouble with these prison ones, when we get comments, some people say that
from
too,
like
right?
the book and whatnot,
these guys did stuff, and because when you feel sorry for them in a moment or something, and it's like, well, they murdered somebody or whatever, but they're only showing us this part of their life. So all we see is a sweet little old man that's been in prison for a really long time, and maybe did something really, bad to begin with or whatever, but.
Well, and he was just
change, right, in their lives.
He was just broken, old, and used up. Just kind of spat back out into society.
It's supposed to be a good thing you're getting out, but it's not for them when they've been there so long. Right?
Like it's like Red, when he said, in here he's an important, educated man. He's people know him. He's a resource. Outside, he's just an old convict.
Yeah.
No one really gives a crap about. But and just like he went in prison in 1905. Spent 50 years of his life in there. He says, I saw an automobile once when I was a kid.
When he was a kid,
now they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, just how much history passed him by.
Yeah.
And then just,
must have gone in when he was like 20 or 18, a teenager probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then just, just kind of a hopeless situation, just highlighting the dangers of, being in there too long and whatnot. And then just, Brooks
well, it
was
becomes
here.
a way of life. It's like anywhere, right? You go there and you live there all these years. It's the way of life. It's just.
Well, like you said, I'm thinking about getting a gun and robbing the store so I can go home.
I've heard that a lot of times in real life. People, prisoners that commit a crime just to go back because they know they're going to get 3 meals a day and somewhere to sleep and.
Yeah, just talk about living in fear all the time, and as we saw, like Red, he was on the exact same trajectory, right? To drive the point home, and in Brooks's fucking room,
yes, yeah,
the exact same feelings
same
of
job,
pointlessness, hopelessness, and he just said, "I'm tired of being afraid all the time."
Yeah,
the one thing keeping him from ending it was his promise to Andy.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
just like despite it all, there's say friendship and like. Some of the guards too, like some of them were actually decent people.
Yeah.
Like the one that told them that Tommy passed his test. Some shook Brooks's hand on his way out. The one was kind of had a wry grin on his face when Red stepped out, and some of them were like decent people and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it's neat for like Red and his parole hearings. I'm up for rejection next week type of thing. Like there's kind of a progression with the different parole boards. So the first group is like old, like we said before, old white men.
Yeah.
They're like sit, and they just sort of hear them talk. Second group, still sort of old white men, but they said, please sit, and they order him.
We didn't say please the second time.
Sit down. And then the third group says please, and also there's they're younger.
Woman.
There's a woman on the board, so it's kind of showing the progression of like the times becoming more enlightened or more willing to listen, and whatnot.
Yeah,
and then just
and it's neat that he didn't tell him anything. He never, because he didn't want him to be implicated in any way, right? And then the only thing he told him was because he knew he was going to get out that spot, and he could go back and.
But the movie does a good job of kind of like, especially if you've seen The Green Mile before and you're expecting a similar kind of sad ending. It does a good job of kind of convincing.
Well, you never know with Stephen King, right?
Yes.
It can go off the wall at any minute. So I was sort of prepared. I was hoping redemption.
Yes.
Meant something good at the end.
Yeah, like he's talking funny, talking about get busy living or dying, get to length the rope, and they don't see him come out of his cell. But then it's like it's a perfect setup for just such a in terms of storytelling, you want to to reach those highs, you have to go low. You have to kind of drag your characters and your readers, or in this case viewers, through the mud, so that when they get high, those heights are like triple, the sort of impact.
Yeah.
So just all that setup, and then you get just like the glow when you hear the and then just he rips the poster away, and you realize what he's done. It's such a catharsis you get.
And in that moment he got one over on him.
Yeah.
Never mind the books, but he got one over on him at that point, right?
Everything kind of came to a nice conclusion just with, and then like you said with the Bible.
It was really it's like, where did he go? Yeah. We saw him in there,
and then just the stuff with the Bible and whatnot, and
looking back, right?
Just every time he said salvation lies within this book, and the fact that he came within a hair's breadth of losing his main tool. It's like, oh, almost forgot. I'll get this back to you.
I was waiting for him to flip through and just something would fall out. I didn't know he had the hammer in there, but
yeah.
But he trusted the book enough that he didn't even look at it.
Yeah, and then just like the the glorious irony, his judgment cometh soon, and hiding behind religion just for his money and his lack of morals and anything, just first rule of Shawshank, don't take the Lord's name in vain. The rest of the rules we're not going to talk about. And he's like, your ass is mine.
Yeah,
that tells you everything you need to know about that character.
Yeah.
just a man who like throws around the Bible and the Lord, but he's just a corrupt, empty husk of a man.
Yeah.
But it's just such a good kind of resolution that way. But that was Shawshank Redemption, ladies and gents. That was a rough ride, but
yeah,
it's
it was excellent.
It very much like Andy through the
good.
pipe. There's a lot of darkness and filth we had to go through, but we were cleansed on the other side.
To get that
Very very Christ-like figure, just like John Coffey, wrongfully imprisoned, but he breathes his life into the prison.
That's right.
With the music and the beer, Red said we felt like the lords of creation, and whatnot, and he's wrongfully punished and whatnot, but he finds his way to paradise.
Right.
Yeah. So thank you so much, guys, for joining us. It's been a really rough journey, but it's worth it in the end. So if you want to watch the full length of our reaction, I'll put a link down to our Patreon below. Check out this and all the other movies and shows that we do. A lot of good stuff coming, a lot of good stuff already there.
Yeah, lots of stuff there.
Yes. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. And that's all we have for you today. So we will see you next time.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Bye.
Bye.